Welcome to Transport and Livelihood. I am Professor Charles Asenime, I'm a professor of transport and logistics from Lagos State University. Today, we are looking at those in the transport industry, the value chain, those who build capacity in transportation, those who make it work, who teach others how to go about it. And I'm in the office of a very prominent person, a chartered member of so many transport associations, the Dean of the School of Transport and Logistics, Professor Uboma Ogochukwu. You are welcome to Transport and Livelihood.
Thank you for having me.
And you are looking so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So let us know some things about you. How did you get into this profession? I mean, for a woman, we thought transport is just an all-male thing.
Yeah.
So how did you become a transport expert and you rose this far?
Okay, so I didn't start off with the intention of reading transportation, and I've told some of my students my story. In those days, it's either you signed up in JAM to be a medical doctor, a pharmacist, or an engineer, or a lawyer, all those things. So I was one of the people that wanted to get into the medical school, and I did my first JAM. Well, I couldn't meet the cutoff mark. I tried to get into biological sciences. One thing, it didn't work out. So, my late brother was a student of Federal University of Technology, and he was studying maritime management technology in those days. Okay. So that was how I got a hint. Why don't you go to FUTO? So when I went there, I got this mentor, Professor Ogude, Innocent Ogude.
Oh, Professor Ogude is your mentor.
Yes.
I've heard about him.
So,
right.
So he was the one that gave me the admission that why don't I come to transport management. He now started, telling me all the beautiful things about transport, because then I didn't have any knowledge about transportation. The only thing I knew about transportation was entering the bus or entering the car, going from point A to point B. But then when I got into FUTO and we started learning a lot of things about transportation, that was when I started learning about supply chain. That was when I started learning that you can even make calculations, because we did things about like thermodynamics. What is the connection of thermodynamics with transportation? What is the connection of travel demand? We started hearing things about engineering economy. And what are the relationships? So then I saw that transportation was a lot bigger and larger
and very
deep than what the average person that hasn't even entered into the four corners of a university or even had skills in transportation would think about. Even the mechanics on the road, it is larger than what we see.
Let us just go start without taking too much of your time. How did you become a professional in transportation?
Well, going back to my undergraduate days, I started with I wanted to study medicine at LIVELIHOOD University.
Went to study medicine. The other lady too. They didn't want to study medicine too.
So when I got there, I couldn't get admission, and then they gave me so many options. But then transport happens to be the newest course introduced at LIVELIHOOD University of Technology, and because of the fact that I see that a new area, there will be more opportunity for me there. So I picked it, and that's why I find myself in transport. And
now I guess you're enjoying it.
Seriously.
So tell me, what is the prospect? How wide is transport?
Wow. As you know, Prof. Sir, transport is very wide. That one, no doubt about that. And because of the fact that we have so many branches under transport, because people see transport as just movement, changing location from point A to point B. But it's far, far, far more than that.
It is far more than that.
Our livelihood is about transport.
Wow.
Because logistics which we are seeing today as what you as a global thing, is part of is the anchor. Transport is the anchor and is the foundation. Without transportation, no logistics. So I can give different giving you different areas, but what I'm trying to say is that transport is the foundation for everything: economy, health, education, and every other thing that we do in this part, in this
So
world. Transportation.
In every aspect of life,
Yes.
we have transport linking everything.
Everything. Yeah, it's just like we did. I think Michael Owen that transport immobility perpetuates poverty. So without transportation, then we'll be in poverty.
Tourism and transport are intertwined.
Yes.
That means without transport, no tourism.
No, there's no tourism.
Because you cannot get to the destination
Even-
if there's no.
Yeah, even
If there's no.
if you look at the
tourism.
economy of Hong Kong at the time we went to Hong Kong in 2009, 90% of what Hong Kong are doing is tourism because they have no industry there.
90% of what they do in Hong Kong is tourism. And without transport, the tourism will not take
No,
place.
we have cable cars, we have all those things. So those are the people want to go there and see cable cars. If I've not gone to Hong Kong that year, I would just be imagining what the cable car looks like.
Okay, let us get something.
How do you teach transport in the university? How?
Oh wow. In teaching transportation, because we know it is a course that is interconnected and it is a course that is diverse. Like we're talking about insurance. When you speak about insurance in maritime transportation, you need a lot of experts in these various fields to teach transportation. So what we do, like in the School of Transport, is that those areas that require the expertise of other experts, we bring them into teaching the curriculum. Again, transportation is not all theory. So we have practicals. Industry alignment is very important.
How do you go about the industry alignment? How do you take them to the industries? Do you bring experts or you take them to be the experts?
All of the above.
Okay.
For instance, when we started the School of Transportation, it was started on the premise that this blue line that is from Okoko to Marina, that there was a dearth of professionals, transport professionals, to man that rail line. So the School of Transport, started on that premise. So what do we do now? We take these students because it's part of the course.
Yeah.
If you're teaching rail transport management, you can't be teaching in absentia. You can't be teaching in illusion. You need to take the students to those places. Many of them have gone to the rail line. They know what the engine blocks are. They know what the locomotive, the different types from locomotive. Because when you're doing evolution of rail transportation,
right.
you need to know where we started from. The locomotive to the diesel engines. Even now in advanced country, we have the maglev. We don't have maglev here, but at least it is part of what we use in teaching. Sometimes we use tutorials, videos, to show what is happening. But here in the country, what we have, we take them to the rail stations, we show them how they work, to see how the engineers will even take us on field tour around the whole of the railway stations, not just the railway. When you are teaching aviation transportation too, we take them to the airports. You talk about many of them inland waterways. We talk about the road transportation and all that. Many people don't even know what this belt, the baggage belt at the airport. What do they call it now? It's coming to my head now.
Conveyor belt.
Not conveyor. I'll remember the one that brings.
When they use it?
For the baggage claim.
Okay.
When you when you alight from the aircraft.
Okay.
And it's coming to my head, but
okay,
I can't remember.
You
so you show the students all these things they are not stories that,
And they don't really those things are transport.
so many of them don't know. So many of them don't even know what they are called. Even ground transportation in airport, you see the people holding the lights and directing the planes. It is a skill that students learn. At the end of the day, people make a living out of it. So you even air traffic control. Sometimes the students don't understand that as you have roadways on the ground, you also have airways. You know, the tracks and airways where planes, you know, move. And you have to, because it is in the air, you have to learn the skill and have the knowledge of how to, you know, program planes.
That's one thing that set us, that make us to be very unique in the School of Transport and Logistics. We don't just teach, because there's no way you teach logistics in 4 walls of classroom. You must go out. So what we do is here in the School of Transport is that after teaching in class, we have a very strong collaboration and engagement with the industry. We go on IT every semester. We go on field trip. Every semester. We've been to Flower Mills of Nigeria. We've been to Friesland Campina. Name it, all the FMCGs we have in
FMCGs. What is FMCGs?
FMCG is fast-moving consumer goods.
Fast-moving consumer goods. Like what?
Like example, I gave Flower Mills of Nigeria. It's part of FMCG. We have sugar. We have all the beverages, Milo, Bonvita, all name them. They are all part of the FMCG. Salts, and they are FMCG goods. So those organizations, all those companies that manufacture this, we've been to them because we study their logistics. So students use that opportunity to link what we have, what we teach them in the classroom to the practical, the reality.
Of
and
what happens
them.
outside.
Yes, we invite them. We have industry day.
Oh, you have industry day.
Where we invite people from the industry to come and interact with our students, and our students network with them, have understanding with them, and then whenever they want to go for industry, IT industry attachment, they have already established that relationship.
That's very fantastic. What are the prospects? Do you think that those who are coming in after they have graduated, this and this and this, and where they can work? What are the prospects?
Okay, so because we're having a growing demand, you know, for transport and logistics expertise. Let's take, for instance, in Lagos State, where we have, you know, congestion as one of the biggest challenges we have. We need professionals in urban mobility planning.
Professionals in urban mobility planning.
Yes, professionals in urban mobility planning. What is their work? They should be able to plan land use and plan how mobility should be, so as to optimize the space that we have. So
to optimize, that means the transport planners ought to work with the physical planners.
Absolutely.
To optimize the
or else there will be chaos.
Or else there will be chaos.
Yes. Then we also looking at what you can call public transport operations. We are proponents of the use of public transportation, contrary to the use of private vehicles.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. So you need to have professionals that will really plan that public transport operations. Like we have the LBSL, we have the BRTs and all that. So we need people, you know. Then we're also talking about supply chain analytics. So when you really look at it, transport is a core component in supply chain management, because it is that component that moves the physical goods from one place to another, from point A to point B.
But those who are working in warehousing, they are all part of the value chain of the transport system.
Absolutely.
So it's a very wide course.
Very wide. Even procurement. When you hear that people are procurement experts, procurement is a core component of supply chain, because you need to have your supplier management. Where do you procure? How do you procure? Where do you procure? How do you plan your procurement? Are you doing onshoring, offshoring, foreshoring? It's all it's a very complicated aspect of life, and so many people don't know.
They won't know until
Yeah.
if not that we ask you now. So that means the students have a very bright prospect in transportation.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
one thing I want this your school, School of Transport and Logistics. What are the challenges you face in teaching this program right now?
Okay, first of all, the curriculum for logistics and transport have just been updated at the National University
CCMAS.
yes,
Okay.
level. So we're still trying to get a stable alignment of the curriculum. After 5 years, we'll have a review and assess how far we have gone.
Okay.
What are the results? Then most importantly is this industry academia linkage and partnership. We should be at the point in time where students from transportation universities or courses or faculties should be solving real-time problems
For industry.
for industries. And how do they get to know these real-time problems from industry? Let's take, for instance, my MSc students this year. I have decided, my supervisees, what I have decided to do with them. There are 4 of them.
Okay.
I've told them, you're not doing separate projects.
So it's like a group project.
You're going to go do a group project. And how do you do that group project? You will list about 5 or 6 companies. You will send proposals to them. Whether it be the manufacturing companies or FMCGs, whatever is your...
What are FMCGs?
Fast-moving consumer goods.
Fast-moving consumer goods.
Things like milk, things like Indomie, things like beverages and all sugar and all that. They are fast-moving consumer goods. So they should go to these companies like Nestle, like this Friesland Campina, find out what are their supply chain challenges.
And then solve it.
Pro bono. It's going to be your project.
That will be their project. Listen.
Yes. So on their defense day, those companies or that company that they are representing and solving their problem will be in attendance.
Fantastic. But what interventions do you think the school will need to make you teach this course, this program properly, very well?
Yeah.
Or better than you are doing now?
Yeah, as we all know, infrastructure is a major thing. So we have academic infrastructure that we really need in the School of Transport and Logistics.
What do you mean by academic infrastructure?
Yeah, those are the infrastructure that will aid our academic program.
Human or building?
Number one is human is very important, but that one is internal. But the building and other academic infrastructure, like teaching aids, teaching materials, they are part of what we really need. We really need all these
Teaching aids, teaching materials.
Let's get something. As a capacity builder in the transport industry, how do we get more people to come in to read transport? What strategies is the School of Transport having to bring in more students to read transportation?
Thank you, Prof. I think the question is, what is the school doing to tell them that this is transport? Is that we need to go out and tell them. It's called, somebody must speak for us. So we must forward tell them this is School of Transport. This is what we are doing. You can't be selling tomato and you are covering it and you are advertising tomato. People will ask you, what are you selling? Because it's already covered.
So you need more
Awareness, advocacy,
yeah.
awareness, speaking out, doing round table discussion, going out to the media to tell them there is School of Transport and Logistics in Lagos State, even in Nigeria.
That reminds me. Is there any plan for transport and that is the school and the transport and the society at large? Like this, for instance, we have these unions, the transport unions, NEROTW, RITIAN, and co. What is the school doing to ensure that these people are enlightened in order to reduce the carnage on the road? Recently, we just lost 2 people who are associated with a world heavyweight boxer from Nigeria. It could have been avoided what is the school doing to ensure that, okay, these people know what transport is all about? Look at the safety aspect of it.
That's why I said, sir, that we still need to do more of advocacy. For example, if you look at the structure of LASMA, we have what they call LASMA mayors. The people of LASMA mayor, I think they're up to over 100, needs to go out and tell them safety, all these things.
And do you have the last man mayors here?
Yes, we have them. We have more than 10 of them are mayors. I am a part of mayors.
You are a mayor of the last man mayor.
So people should know that when you give responsibility, you should be ready for you should be ready for responsibility when given the opportunity. Because Professor Dawomi, I said, don't pray for responsibility when you're not ready for it.
Don't pray for responsibility when you're not ready for it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are not praying for responsibility when we are not ready for it. I just spoke to Dr. Giwa Olaiwola. He's in the Department of Transport Technology and Infrastructure, the School of Transport and Logistics. He has given us a lot of insight into transportation, how transport govern everything that we do. And we hope that when we come back to ask you some questions next time, you give us the privilege of doing so.
Prof, it's transport, it's our life. So anytime we're always ready to welcome you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.